Good morning, students. So, in the yesterday class, we have started with the new one topic that is a group communication. So, yesterday we have studied what you mean by the organizational. That is, yesterday we have studied about the objectives of the group communication. Yesterday, we have completed group communication, that is the introduction. What do you mean the team versus the groups we have studied. Purpose of a group communication, forums of a group communication, that is a meeting, seminar, group discussion, symposium, panel, conference, convention. Okay, for your syllabus, you are having a group discussion and a meeting. Only two forms of a group communications are there. And the next one, yesterday we have studied with what are the general guidelines for the effective use of a body language in the groups. We have studied about what you mean by the discussion. Okay, and the next one is that the participants in the discussion carry out several functions. Introduction to the group discussion. Okay, some of the strategies that can be used to perform well in a group discussion. So that is all these things we have been completed in the yesterday class. Okay, so today we are going to continue with this. That is, there are two main categories of the GDs there, namely one is organizational GD, another one is a GD as a part of a selection process. Okay, so these are the two main categories of a GDs, that is the group discussions. So we are going to start with the first one, that is organizational GD, that is organizational group discussion. Okay, so in any the organizations here, GDs are mainly used for the group decision making. The purpose of using a GD in any organization, so yesterday also you have studied about that. That is, you wanted to exchange the information, you wanted to get a solution to the specific problem, you want to take a decision. Is it clear? So that's why in most of the organizations here, GDs are mainly used for the group decision making. Okay, so here the members of the interacting group take the responsibility of explaining their ideas, their views and all. Is it clear? So then the GDs can help us to reduce many problems inherent to the traditional interactive groups. So compared to the traditional interactive groups, DDs is having a more important, because GDs can help to reduce the many problems here. So now if you are going to say that what you mean by the traditional interactive group, the meaning of that, the traditional here, okay, it refers to then it refers to an organizational setup where they are going to maintaining an hierarchy. Is it clear? So where they are going to maintain a hierarchy from top to bottom. Okay, so where in hierarchy is given considerable importance. Is it clear? In such a organizations where they are following this, that is a traditional interactive group. Is it clear? The group decision making process may involve that is a group thinking. Is it clear? So a team which is suffering from group thinking here. Okay, so whenever you are going to conducting the group decision making, so that group decision making process has to involve the group thinking. That is, everyone who involved in that particular the group, they have to think, they have to come with some sort of ideas, they have to find the solutions and all. Is it clear? When we are following the normal traditional method of that is a hierarchy, is it clear, at that time that the team is going to be suffering from the group thinking. Is it clear? Because that is they have to maintain the loyalty, unity and agreement, so that critical thinking and open inquiries are prevented here. Is it clear? The participants may censor themselves and pressurize other group members into the agreement. Okay, so in order to minimize all these things, so you have to go for that organizational GD as the group discussion. Some of the following techniques are there, how you have to conduct this organizational GD. Is it clear? So how this organizational GD or the group discussion will help, okay, the members of that particular group to explain their ideas or the views, and how they are able to take the decision. Is it clear? How the group is going to make a decision. So some of the techniques are there. So following techniques may be used. One is the brainstorming here, next one is a nominal group technique is there, next one is the Delphi technique. So we are going to start with the first one, that is the technique which is going to be used in the organizational GD. The first one, that is a brainstorming. So brainstorming, it is a method. Is it clear? It is a method for generating a variety of ideas and perspectives. Okay, so why you have to conduct the brainstorming? So brainstorming, it is a method. It is a method which is used for generating the variety of ideas and the perspectives, because in the group, is it clear, where lot of members are there with the different expert as different areas, they are going to be presented over there. So automatically it will help that everyone is going to express their ideas from their perspective for a specific problem. Is it clear? So that's why they are going to say that if you conduct a brainstorming, so it is going to generating a variety of ideas and perspectives. Okay, it is as uncritical as possible, because criticism inhibits the free flow of ideas. The people who are involved in the brainstorming should ideally come from a wide range of disciplines. Okay, so the people who are involved in this the group discussion, that is under this technique, that is a brainstorming, the people are arrived from the different disciplines here. Okay, and from the divergent, either they may be from the social cultural background, either they may be from the industrial background. Okay, so they may come from the different business background. Okay, so that's why they are going to using the word, they are from the range of different disciplines and have a divergent, either they may be from the social cultural business or any other different backgrounds. Okay, so the more diverse the group, the more likely it is to generate an unexpected insights, ideas and connections, and hence even the unthought of and novel solutions to the problem. Is it clear? So the group, if more it is diverse, is it clear, if the people who are belong to the different disciplines, is it clear, so definitely it is going to help. So they are going to say that if it is a more diverse the group, the more likely it is to generate an unexpected insights. Okay, more likely to generate ideas or the connections. Is it clear? And there is a the chance to get solutions to the problems. Okay, so that is in the brainstorming, we that is a different disciplines and with a different background peoples are going to be involved here. The next one here, it is that a typical brainstorming sessions. Okay, how you have to conduct, what are the steps we have to follow for conducting this brainstorming session. To conduct this brainstorming session here, so some of the following steps are there. So first one here, it is that a group of 6 to 12 people has to sit around the table of different disciplines or of different backgrounds. Is it clear? So here it is, a group of 6 to 12 people sit around the table. The group leader, okay, states the problem. Okay, so among that, one of the person that is a group leader, he is going to state the problem. Okay, the problem he has to be stated in a clear manner, that everyone who is presented in that discussion should first understand clearly what is the problem. Is it clear? So that all the participants don't understand it. Okay, members, when they clearly understand the problems and all, then only it is possible that they can analyze the problem, they can express their ideas or views, and they try to give the solution to that particular problem. So members then suggest as many alternatives as they can in a given length of time. Is it clear? So write them down on a blackboard, or either it may be on a whiteboard, on a flip chart or a piece of paper. So what you have to do, so whatever the ideas, the suggestions, everything, whatever is going to be discussed are given by the different people, so you have to go on note down all this. Either it may be written or note down on the blackboard or a whiteboard, either you may use a flip chart, or you can use just a piece of paper and you just go on note downing what are all the ideas, the things, okay, which are given by these the people, that is who are all involved in the group discussion. Okay, so when the group discussion is going on, one by one members are going to express their views and all, they are going to give the ideas. Okay, so here you have to look up that no criticism is allowed here. Is it clear? So one should not be criticize the ideas of the others. Okay, everyone is free in that group discussion to express his ideas, what is his opinion about that particular problem. So okay, so what he is going to express, is it clear, what is his solution for the problem. So he is, everyone is free here to express his views, ideas. Okay, so one should not criticize the other ideas and all, so no criticism is allowed here. Okay, and all the alternatives are recorded for later discussion and analysis. So you are having a n number of ideas, n number of that view solutions. You have note down it. Okay, so now all these things can be recorded for later onwards. You can use it for the discussion and analysis. Okay, now there are two types of brainstorming techniques are there. Is it clear? So what are these in the two types of brainstorming technique? One is the first one, the technique is that storyboarding. Second one is a lotus blossom. Is it clear? These are the two types of the brainstorming, the techniques. Okay, so the first one, storyboarding, what they are going to do is that in the storyboarding, so participants identify what are all the major issues are there. Okay, then they are going to brainstorm on each of these particular issues. Is it clear? It is often used to solve the complex problems. So this type of the method, that is the technique of brainstorming, that is storyboarding. Okay, it is going to be used when you are going to solve the complex problems. The next one is a lotus blossom. So in the lotus blossom techniques, so a core thought is presented. Is it clear? A first core thought, is it clear? Central part, a core thought is going to be presented. So and participants provide 8 ideas surrounding it like the petals of a lotus blossom. Is it clear? Now in that discussion, what they have to do, first you have to represent what is the core thought. Okay, and the participants have to provide 8 ideas. Okay, so these 8 ideas are surrounding that particular core thought. It is just like that, the petals of a lotus blossom. Okay, then each of these ideas are going to become a core thought now. Is it clear? Each of these ideas now they are going to become a core thought. Okay, now each one is going to be surrounded by a further set of 8 ideas, and this process is going to be continuous. Is it clear? Until all of the participants can no longer generate the ideas. Okay, or until decision makers feel that okay, they are having a very good grasp of the problem and potential creative solutions are available now. Is it clear? So until that, this process is going to be continued. So I have understood the concept of lotus blossom. So okay, so what you are going to do, first a core thought is going to be presented, then 8 ideas surrounding okay, the participants have to provide 8 ideas. So surrounding it like the petals of a lotus blossom, and the next one, each idea is once again going to become a core thought, and it is surrounded by the 8 ideas. Okay, and so forth. This process is going to be continuous. Okay, however, brainstorming is mainly a process of generating ideas. Okay, you just note down this is the last point here. What they are going to say is that, what the author is going to be say that the brainstorming activity what you are going to be performing here, it is mainly a process for generating ideas. Okay, now we are going for the second one technique, that is for conducting our organizational GD, that is a nominal group technique. The nominal group technique restricts the discussion or interpersonal communication during the decision making process. Okay, so in this, what happens here, in the nominal group technique, it restricts the decision here. Okay, or interpersonal communication during the decision making process. Okay, so they are going to restrict the interpersonal communication, and hence the term they are going to call it as a nominal group members are physically present as in a traditional committee meeting, just like how they are presenting the group members are present physically just like in a traditional committee meeting. Okay, and each one operate independently. Now we are going to see what are the steps are there for conducting this nominal group technique. Is it clear? So now the steps for conducting the nominal group techniques are, so members meet as a group. Okay, different members which they are going to meet it here as a one group. But before any discussions takes place, each member independently and silently writes down his or her ideas on the problem. Is it clear? So you just see it here. Okay, so each member what they are going to do, each member works independently, silently. Okay, he silently, whatever his ideas or opinions are there about that particular problem, he is going to write it. Okay, each member takes his or her that is going around the table and presenting a single idea until all the ideas have been presented and recorded. Now in this is in the round table conference, each one will get a chance to present his single idea, that all the members who are presented in that the discussion is clear, everyone will get a chance to represent his ideas. And okay, and all these ideas whatever have been presented and recorded. Now, no discussion takes place until all the ideas have been recorded. Is it clear? So, until all the ideas have been recorded, they are not going to start the discussion. Is it clear? Now, the group now discusses the ideas for clarity and evaluate them. Okay, so every group member, what they have done, independently write his ideas, and then he is going to present these ideas one by one. All these ideas are going to be recorded. Until all the ideas are recorded, no discussions takes place. Now the group now discusses these ideas for more clarity and evaluate them. Okay, each group members silently and independently rate these particular orders, okay, and the ideas. So what they are going to do, each group member silently, once all these ideas are recorded and it is circulated among all the members, and each member what silently they will go through that, and they are going to rank these particular orders. Okay, the final decision is determined by the idea with the highest aggregate ranking. So the idea which has got the highest aggregate ranking, so that idea is going to be considered here. So this is the procedure here which you are going to be called it as the nominal group, the technique. So the advantage of using this particular technique is that the chief advantage of the nominal technique is that it permits the group to meet formally. Is it clear? So it permits the group to meet formally, but does not restrict independent thinking here. It will not restrict independent thinking which an interacting group might do. Okay, so this is all about the nominal group, the technique. The next one here we are going for the Delphi technique. The Delphi technique is a more complex and it is a time consuming the technique here. Is it clear? This is an alternative in a group discussion making. It is similar to the nominal group technique except that it does not require the physical presence of the group members. Is it clear? Group members are not going to be gathered in a one particular place or in a room, or that they are not going to be sit around the round table chamber. Is it clear? So physically they are not going to presence. This technique never allow the group members to meet face to face. Is it clear? So these members are be distributed, they are present in their own places only. Is it clear? From there only they are going to involve in discussing about the particular problem and try to get the solution. Okay, the process which you are going to be implementing, it will take the long time. Is it clear? So what are the steps are there involved in this for conducting this Delphi technique? So here the following the steps are the involved in conducting this Delphi technique. First, identify the problem. Okay, and members are asked to provide a potential solution through a series of carefully designed questionnaires. So what you are going to do, first you have to identify that particular the problem. Okay, and then members are asked, okay, to provide the solution through a series of carefully designed questionnaires. Okay, the next one here, what they are going to, each member anonymously and independently completes the questionnaires on that particular problem. Okay, now the result of the first questionnaires are compiled. So all the members who are presented at the different locations, they will analyze that particular problem, and independently they are going to complete the first set of the questionnaires on that particular problem, and they are all going to be submitted. So all these questionnaires are going to be collected at one central location. Is it clear? And then they are compiled at the central location. Okay, and that central location transcribed and reproduced it once again. each member receives the copy of the result after this particular process. Is it clear? After the compilation at the central location, so the compiled copy is transmitted to the each member. So each member receives the copy of the results. So based on the result, once again these members are going to be generate another questionnaires. Is it clear? So based on the result, the copy what they have been received, so once again these members are going to be analyze this. Once again they are going to prepare the another set of the questionnaires, and the members are again asked for the solutions. Okay, as these compiled results typically trigger the new solutions or causes the changes into the original opinion. Okay, so this step continues. Once again they are going to be sent it to central location for the compilation. Once again the results are going to be reproduced. Once again it will be sent to the members, okay, for generating the questionnaires and the solutions for that. So the steps 4 and 5 are repeated as often as necessary until a consequences the result is going to be reached here. Okay, the next one, what are the advantages are there? The Delphi technique insulates the group members from the undue influence of others. Is it clear? There is no influence of one member with the other. They are totally independent. They are isolated because they present at the different areas. Okay. It does not require a physical presentation of the participants. Delphi technique can be used for decision making in a geographically scattered groups. Is it clear? The members of these particular groups are geographically scattered. They are present at the different locations. By following this technique, business enterprises can avoid the cost of bringing their executives together at a central location. So one of the thing is that it is a cost effective method, because from their particular place they are going to analyze the problem and you people are going to get the solution. Okay, that is the cost of bringing all these executives. Okay, that is a transport, accommodation, TADA, everything you have to spend for them. Okay, that you have to bring all these executives on a central place for the discussion. Instead of that, you have to conduct it, that is the place where they are. Okay, they are going to send their views to the problems and the questionnaires. Okay, now what are the drawbacks are there? It is extremely time consuming process. Immediately you people are not going to get any particular decision. It is a frequently not applicable when a speedy decision is required. When immediately you take a decision, this method is not going to be applied. This method may not develop the rich array of alternatives that the brainstorming or the nominal group technique does. Is it clear? As compared to the brainstorming and a nominal group, it is not going to develop the rich array of alternatives. Ideas that might be inspired by a face-to-face interactions may never come up in this Delphi technique. Okay, so this is here all about the organizational GD or the organizational group discussion. Okay, so we are going to stop it here. So in the next the class we are going to start with the next one topic, that is the GD as a part of a selection process. Okay, yes, thank you very much.